I'm Kate and I'm from West Northampton Pickleball. I'm just going to go through a few bits about Picklebound. So firstly, the session is made up of 3 parts. The first part is rebounding, the second part is to do with the weights, and then the third part is to do with pickleball. I'm just going to introduce you to the rebounder. So it is like a trampoline, however you're thinking about bouncing down rather than bouncing up. So really all the pressure should be going down into the rebounder. It is low impact, which makes it a perfect sport, especially if you're someone that's getting back into fitness, or if you're just looking for something different to do. So I'll just introduce you to the rebounder. When you are on the rebounder, slight bend in the knees. The other thing is you need to think that all of the pressure is going through the balls of your feet. This makes sure that you're stabilised. The other thing that you can do is have a slight tilt forward. This will ensure that you don't end up feeling a little bit off balance. You are always sort of centre point of gravity. I'm just going to go through 2 moves with you so that you can see what we do. The 2 moves are a health bounce and a basic bounce. The health bounce is something you can revert back to if at any point you're feeling like things are going a bit quickly or you're a little bit out of time. In any of the sessions you can take it at your own pace. So the health bounce is just going to put my hands on my hips and I'm just going to push down into the rebounder. So you can see that my feet aren't lifting up, they are staying on the rebounder. This is still burning calories. And as I say, at any point if you're feeling a little bit lost during the session, this is what you can revert back to. The other one I'm going to show you is the basic bounce. This is where we're going to lift our feet up. However, you need to try and think that there's a glass ceiling. So you don't want to bust through that glass ceiling, you're going to push down into the rebounder. So it should look a bit like this. So you can see that my knees are coming up. However, my body isn't actually rising up at the same time. All that's happening is that my knees are coming up and I'm pushing into the rebounder. I'm just going to go through some very basic moves with you. I'll do this quite quickly. Normally we do them on an 8 beat rather than a 4 beat, but it's just so that you can see what we sort of do. So I'll start off with a walk, and then we'll go to the health bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, basic bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, surf. 2, 3, 4, and go for a lat ball. And then a kick back. And that is it. Okay, so that was the first part, which is the rebounding part. The second part to Picklebound is that we do a little bit of work with weights. Sometimes we do this all together and sometimes we do it as a circuit. So I'll just go through a few exercises that you might do. Whenever we do these exercises, there are always 2 options. So you don't have to do, for instance, I'm going to do a tricep dip. There would be another option, as we generally have cards that say option A, option B. So everything that we do is adaptable. So if you know that you've got some weaknesses in terms of muscle or ability, then it's something that we can obviously adapt. Okay, so the next activity we're going to do is the tricep dip. We will be using the rebounder for this. We try and incorporate the rebounder as much as possible. It is really good for stability, and it's also a great place that we can use as a bit of a platform. So I'll just show you the tricep dip down here. So what you need to do is sit on the edge of the rebounder. You're going to hold the edge of the rebounder with your hands and just lift your bum so that it's off of the rebounder. Then all you're going to do is pull down and up, down and up. To make this more difficult, you can straighten your legs and then do the same thing. So whenever we do these exercises, generally what we'll do is we'll do 45 seconds on and then we'll have a 15-second break. So the next move we're going to do is a kettlebell swing. So for this we'll need a kettlebell. And all you're going to do is you're going to go into a slight squat, lift the kettlebell forwards and then let it relax back into you. So it'll look a little bit like this. Remember, always have your joints bent slightly, so as you can see that my knees are bent, my elbows are also bent. You never want to lock your joints out. So push, relax, push, relax, push, relax, push, relax. And that is the kettlebell swing. The last 2 activities I'm going to do is with the dumbbells. So the first thing that we're going to do is and upright row. So in order to do that, I'm going to relax the shoulders a little bit, and I'm just going to lift up and down, up and down, up and down. That is the upright row. The other one I'm going to do is a shoulder press. So I'm going to make sure that the weights are above my shoulders, push up and pull back. Push up, making sure it's controlled on the way up, making sure it's controlled on the way back down. You can see that I'm not locking my joints as I go up, because we're trying to work the muscle and not the joint. So the third part of Picklebound is playing pickleball. I'll just give you a brief introduction to the equipment, and then I'll hopefully try and tap it over the net without it going everywhere. So this is the paddle. So you can see that it's just essentially a glorified beach ball paddle. This is the ball, it's a wicker ball, so it's hard plastic. It's a little bit like those training golf balls that you used to get. The other part is this net. So when we are playing pickleball, we play it on a badminton court, so they are the parameters of the court. Badminton courts generally aren't very big, it is a low impact sport. Really what you want to do is basically get to the badminton service line, and once you're there, you don't actually really need to move that much. You can just sort of tap it over. Everything you do in Picklebound is very low impact. I'll just give you a quick demonstration. So there are 3 elements of Picklebound. So it's about 15 minutes of a rebounder, 15 minutes of weight work, and then about 30 minutes of playing pickleball. If you've got any questions, then please just drop us a message and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Hopefully see you soon. Thank you very much.